Hello everybody and welcome to this week's video. This week I'm tackling a full series reading vlog in the form of the Sparrow Falls series by Catherine Cowles. So that, I think there's 6 books total. I never remember the names of them, but I can tell you that I have started the first book, which is Fragile Sanctuary, and I am 125 pages in so far, and I am really enjoying it. So that's good, because I was worried that I wouldn't enjoy the series and then I wouldn't have a video for this week. But that being said, let me try and recap as best I can what Fragile Sanctuary is about. So it says on the back, a swoony small town romance that will set your heart racing. That's kind of Catherine Cowles' whole thing. If you don't know, she writes like romantic suspense. Is that the name of the genre? I think it is romantic suspense. So there's usually like some form of crime element going on in the background, like a missing persons case, a murderer on the loose, things like that. I've yet to come across that in this book, but I think it's coming. I think it's gonna happen. But we are following Rhodes, who when she is 13 years old, her house burns down with her family inside of it, and she manages to escape, and her best friend's family adopts her because like her best friend's mum basically fosters loads of kids all the time, so she like really actively wants Rhodes to become part of the family. So that's cute. We have a big family dynamic. I don't know if this would classify as found family because they are like legally family, but you know, it has that vibe where they're not really siblings, but they're all treating each other like siblings. And Rhodes has come back to town to start renovating the house that she used to live in. So the burnt down house, she's back, and it's being renovated by her older brother Shep, who is a contractor, and Shep's best friend Anson, I think it's an odd name, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Anson, we're going with that. And Anson is grumpy, he is not very peoply, and for some reason he wants to help Rhodes. So I can definitely see the romance kicking in. I'm excited to see where it goes. I mean, I love Catherine Cowles. This is confirmed that this is the 3rd book I've read by her, and I've loved every single one. So I'm feeling confident about this book, and I'm feeling confident about the rest of the books in the series, but I don't know who they follow or what it's about. My assumption is we're going to be following some of the foster siblings here. Like Fallon, I feel like she's going to get her own book. Shep, I think, is being set up to have his own book. You know, there's a lot of characters here to pick from. Yeah, I think that's my thoughts so far. I'm enjoying it. It's taken me a little while to get through because the font is fucking tiny. Look, that's tiny. Is it me or is that's quite small for a font? And I have been in a real kick of reading on my Kindle recently, so that's not helping because I have my Kindle font set quite big. But I didn't want to spend 20 quid buying the series on Kindle when I have all 6 of them physically. But my plan is I'm going to finish this today, definitely. I am actually going to London later to see Harry Styles, hence my One Direction merch. I have a different outfit I'm wearing, but I thought I'd wear my merch on the train up there. So my plan is finish this before I get on the train, then read book 2 on the train, and then read book 3 tomorrow on the train home. Is that ambitious? Absolutely yes it is, but am I a quick reader who can probably do that? Like, logically speaking, I can do that. So we'll see if I stick to that plan. I do want to get a real kick like reading this series. I want to do it quickly because it's currently Friday, which means I have 1 week to read all 6 of these books because this video is going out next Friday. So we'll see. I did 30 books in 30 days. I know I can do 6 books in 6 days, but I'm a busy gal. I'm actually a bridesmaid in a wedding next week, so I'm actually really busy next week, so I don't know why I decided to do this video now, but here we are. So I will hopefully update you later from my hotel with updates on Fragile Sanctuary, and I think book 2 is Delicate Escape. I'm pretty sure it's Delicate Escape. So I'll see you later with updates on those. So it is the next day, and as I intended to. I did finish Fragile Sanctuary, but I didn't start the next book. So my thoughts on Fragile Sanctuary, pretty much the same as yesterday. I found with my now third Catherine Cowles book, it's a little bit like formulaic, like you sort of know the beats of the book, like, oh, someone's gonna get kidnapped and that sort of thing. So it was a little bit predictable. I did guess who one of the bad guys was. So I don't know. I still enjoyed it though, and I'm still going to read the rest of the series, obviously. But I think I'm going to give it a 4-star, just because it was a bit predictable. But that's my own doing for reading 2 other Catherine Cowles books that are both the starts of series before reading this one. And I'm a little bit worried about going into Delicate Escape, because I don't know if it's going to be the same formulaic approach again. Like, I don't really know where we could go from here and still have like a bad guy. But this one's going to follow Shep, which is the brother from Fragile Sanctuary. And I don't know who the love interest is going to be actually. But I'm going to hopefully start this on the train later. So I will get back to you probably tomorrow, because I'm going to my boyfriend's tonight and I don't want to film it because that's like a little bit invasive. But I'll get back to you tomorrow with updates on this. And not that anyone's asking, but Harry Styles was amazing. 10 out of 10 concert. And I screamed "Leave America" incredibly loud. It's a little bit embarrassing. I might put the clip in because it's funny. But I'll see you tomorrow with updates on Delicate Escape. So I finished Delicate Escape today, and I think I'm settling on giving it a 4-star. There were bits I liked, bits that were a little bit repetitive and a little bit annoying. Mainly in the way that Shep, our male protagonist, processed his guilt and his feelings of guilt throughout the book. It just felt really repetitive. It'd be like he'd work through it and then it'd pop back up, which I guess is realistic to how people actually deal with their guilt. But it was just a little bit like too many times maybe. But it's a shame, because the actual plot of this one I found to be really interesting, with Thea's past and her ex, and having to basically run away from the life that she used to live. Like, that's really interesting, and I feel like that should have been explored more. So, but I think a 4-star suits this. And it was really fun because I was reading it in the nail salon whilst my friend was getting her nails done, and she'd read it, so she was looking at my reactions to things that were happening. She was like, I know what point of the book you're at, I know what happens next. So that was really fun as well. I don't know if I can start it tonight or if I'm gonna have to start it tomorrow. But I know the next one up, I believe, is Broken Harbour, which is Sutton and Coulson. No, Coulson's her last name. What's that brother called? It's the hockey player brother. But I'm quite excited for that one, because I feel like hockey player will break up the series quite nicely instead of just being like grumpy construction worker. So I'm really excited to get to, I'm assuming there's going to be a book for Trace, which is I think the oldest brother who's the sheriff. I'm excited for his book, if there is one. But Broken Harbour is next, and I intend to read all of that tomorrow and hopefully start book 4, which is Beautiful Exile? Is that book 4? But either way, I'm taking both of those to my boyfriend's, and I'm gonna I'm gonna read those tomorrow during the day whilst he's at work, which is exciting. Hopefully I actually do it, otherwise this video is gonna go out late because I don't have any other videos lined up other than this one. So fingers crossed. If you see this on Friday, then you know that I did it in time. If you see it next week, then I didn't. But I'm so busy this week. It's such a silly week for me to do this, because Thursday I'm going over to a hotel, because then Friday my friend is getting married and I'm a bridesmaid, so I'm in full wedding mode. I don't have time to read this week. So trying to read a full series in 1 week is not clever. But I'm gonna do it, or try my best to do it. If I read books 3 and 4 tomorrow, and then I'm gonna have to try and read book 5 and 6 Thursday morning, which I don't think that's possible. So we'll see what ends up happening with this video. But either way, I'm reading Broken Harbour next. I have finished Broken Harbour, and I have to say this is probably my least favourite of the bunch. I think that is maybe due to the fact that I've read them so quickly back to back and I'm getting a little bit burnt out with it. But then I think about it, I'm like, am I being nitpicky, or is this an actual like issue with the book? Obviously we've still got the very formulaic approach to the storytelling that Catherine Cowles does in every book. You kind of know when the plot is going to start happening, and like the last 50 pages of the book is usually where shit hits the fan. So that was very samey. I think the actual plot of this one was pretty outlandish. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything, but the actual like antagonist was a bit silly for this one, I think. The setup for the next book I thought was done really badly. It was literally like not a throwaway line, but like a line where it said, I wonder what Arden's story is, and Arden is the next character in the next book. And I was like, that's really blatant. That could have been done way better. And I do think it's a shame that I've not enjoyed this one as much, because it's got some of my favourite tropes. You know, it's a hockey player, single mom, like that has the potential to be really good, but it just wasn't for me. So my plan of action is I'm going to take the weekend off. It's Thursday right now, so I'm not going to read any of these books Friday, Saturday or Sunday. And Monday morning I'll get back on it and read the next book, and hopefully the break will maybe help with the next book not feeling so samey. Like if I read something over the weekend that isn't this and then go back to it. Because I am still enjoying the series. Like it's still good, it's still a fun time. But I think doing them back to back was maybe the wrong move. So I'll see you Monday morning or Monday evening, hopefully, when I have read at least a bit of the next book, which I think is Beautiful Exile. So I'll get back to you with that. So I have finished Beautiful Exile. I did like have a break over the weekend, and then I came back to this series on Monday. And I do think I'm going to call this video here, because if I try and read the next two books, I do think I'm going to burn myself out completely, and then all of my reading plans will be out the window. So I am going to stop at book 4. I will say this one was a 4-star, so maybe book 3 was just like not it for me. But this one follows Arden and Link, and it was actually really cute in a weird kind of way. Like their first interaction, she stabs him, and that's just that's normal. But Arden is very much a recluse. She went through some stuff in her past which has made her very not people-y, and rightfully fucking so. And obviously Link breaks through all of that immediately. It's like a brother's best friend kind of thing. Like Link is her brother's boss sort of situation. But I really like this. I actually really like the side character Ellie, which is Link's sister. I really hope, and I kind of think we were being set up for the next book to be her, and maybe one of the brothers, Kai or Trace. I really want Trace's book. I'll be really upset if we don't get Trace. But I really enjoyed it, and the ending sort of came out of nowhere, so that's why it's only a 4-star, not a 5-star. But I'm still enjoying the series, so that's good. But I am going to stop at book 4, as I said. So just to recap, we had book 1, Fragile Sanctuary, which was Rhodes and Arden, which I gave a 4-star. We had Delicate Escape, which was, I've already forgotten, Shep and Thea, which I also gave a 4-star. We had Broken Harbour, which was Sutton and Cope, which I gave a 3-star, and obviously Beautiful Exile, which I gave a 4-star. So that is it for this video. If you want to see me read books 5 and 6, that is hopefully going to happen this month anyway. I'm going to do a video of finishing series, or trying to finish series, because if you don't know, I'm doing the summer of series on this channel. So over the next couple months I'm going to be trying to tackle all of the series left on my physical TBR, which there are many, there are a lot. So if you want to see me try and finish some of those, check in for either the next video I post or the video after that, depending on how quickly I can read them. But that is it for this video. If you have liked this video, please consider liking, subscribing, comment any series that you think I need to pick up. If there's any other series you want to see a full reading vlog for, or as much of a reading vlog as I can do for them, do let me know, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye.